Content, views, and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the producer, do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the City of Bremerton, BCAT, their officials, or their employees. Hello, my name is Dean Bostic, and welcome back to my television show, Charities. And for those that haven't seen my show, I interview local charities, nonprofits, fundraisers, to increase awareness of, let people know more about what they do, their mission, who they help, and that sort of thing. And so today we have
Jeff Phillip. Hi, Dean.
Hey.
It's good to see you. Thanks
You
for
too.
having me on.
Absolutely.
I'm with Stand Up for Kids, and I'm with the Kitsap County chapter.
Okay. So what's your title and what's your mission statement?
I am the fundraising coordinator.
Okay.
So we're an all-volunteer organization here in Kitsap County.
Okay.
And so the thing I've been doing for the past several months is running our fundraising efforts,
Okay.
but helping out here and there on lots of other things as well.
Well, that's great because my show is about charities, fundraisers, and
Yeah.
then causes. So I'm glad you're here. So tell us a bit more about your mission statement. And
Yeah, so
what it means to you.
Stand Up for Kids is a national organization. There are 16 chapters around the United States.
Okay.
Kitsap has been here working under the Stand Up for Kids organization for 32 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we've been around a long time. Stand Up for Kids, the national organization, has been around for 35 years.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so it's been a going concern. We have chapters all around the country, like I said, in many, many states, doing a lot of different activities. And our main focus is ending the cycle of youth homelessness. So our efforts are really focused on youth ages 12 to 24.
Okay.
So we kind of span that adolescent area all the way up after high school when these kids are young adults and still trying to figure things out, but are struggling through not their own problems,
Issues,
but there are circumstances that cause them to struggle, and they're housing insecure or homeless themselves. And our mission is to help those kids so that they can be successful, so they can get out of homelessness and be successful people.
Wow. And your mission statement was?
Ending the cycle of youth homelessness.
And then, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
So nationally, we do that through several different, what we call the 4 pillars of Stand Up for Kids, which is outreach, housing support, mentoring, and food stability.
Okay.
So, and the food stability piece is really what we focus on here in Kitsap County. And it was, I believe it was added to the pillars just last year based on the continuing work of what happens here in Kitsap County with Stand Up for Kids, providing food assistance
Right. Okay.
to students. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Now I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm going to start my own channel, TV channel on Comcast Cable, and it's going to reach throughout Washington State. There's like 1.5 million subscribers to Comcast, so that gets spread out to a lot of more kids you can help. Then after I get a good start in Washington State, I'm going to start building my own channel down in Oregon and down in California. And you have a big organization down in
Orange County, California.
Yeah.
Yep. Huge organization doing a lot of work. They do much more of the direct street outreach to youth, as well as providing services and support in a lot of different areas for them. So it really depends on which chapter we're talking about and what their focus is. Like I said, ours is primarily food assistance. And what the basis of that is that we work with our school partners and community partners, knowing that these youth that are in school are receiving food assistance while they're at school.
Okay.
So they get free breakfast.
Yeah.
They'll get free lunch. Some of the schools, like everybody at that particular school, gets free breakfast and lunch. Some of them, it's for a select number of kids. But they're getting assistance through a federal program called the McKinney-Vento program. And the schools are supported to provide those meals, but that only happens on school days.
Oh.
So what happens to those kids on weekends?
Well, yeah.
They are food insecure.
Gotcha.
They're already identified as homeless, which in this case, homeless can mean, yes, living on the street, living in public spaces, but it can also be just housing insecure. So maybe they are couch surfing.
Yeah.
They don't have a stable place to live for whatever reason, right? And they're identified through the schools. The schools know these kids. They know their situations. And we rely on that knowledge and those relationships that the schools have to best meet the needs of these students. And so our work is really to put together food packets and hygiene packets. Hygiene is another important one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That we can deliver to the schools and they can distribute to the kids so that when they go away on a weekend, they've got some food to keep them going.
And keep themselves clean.
Keep themselves clean, keep themselves, just that cleanliness, good hygiene.
Good food.
Decent food. Sometimes we wish we could provide better food, but we also have to remember it needs to be shelf-stable food. So providing like fresh vegetables and things, we don't know what kind of refrigeration they might have, probably none. Maybe they have some. We focus on providing shelf-stable food. And what that looks like is we put together a food packet and we deliver those to the schools. And the schools deliver those out to the kids. And then we also are looking at other ways that we can support those kids, like through spring break. There's nobody at school on spring break.
Right.
So we're providing more food during those break times. So this is like this is the ongoing activity at Stand Up for Kids Kitsap, is that we are putting together food resources, hygiene resources, and then the schools let us know what they need. We deliver it to the schools, and the school partners are getting it in the hands of those kids on the last day of the week, whenever that is, Thursday or Friday. We also work with some other, like we work with WorkSource. So some of the kids that may be, they may be underage, but often they just haven't completed high school. Some of them are working on GEDs and they're getting training for some kind of a career.
Right.
Right. So some of those kids are homeless. And so we work with WorkSource as well and other community partners to find those kids and deliver needs to them.
Oh, nice. So before we go into your calendar, I just wanted to mention, I mentioned earlier about my show. I'm going to expand out to my own channel on Comcast. And I like to maybe collaborate with you guys and do my own type of Stand Up for Kids thing where you do your part. And then on my channel, I want to do maybe a part on missing kids. So that's kind of standing up for kids too.
Yeah,
They can't speak for themselves type of thing.
Absolutely.
So I'm working on my website now. The name of my site is going to be deanstvshow.com. So in about a week or so, it's going to be up. So I'd like to do a page of you, what you guys do, and then maybe a page behind it with some missing kids in Kitsap County throughout the state. And any stats on kids that are, found, or pictures that parents can take, and that type of thing, so that can also, be a form of standing up for kids.
That's a great effort.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's pretty cool.
So if we can find at least one or two missing kids out of 1.5 million is how many my channel is going to reach our subscribers. At least one out of those, that'd be worth it.
Yeah. One of the things you can you can put up is our website, standupforkids.org/Kitsap-county, right?
Okay.
And I think the link will be up on the screen at the end of this program. Our website includes information about what we do and who we are. Like I said, we're an all-volunteer organization. There are opportunities in there to donate. So you can donate funds, you can offer to volunteer. We rely on an excellent group of volunteers to put all of this together, from packing bags, delivering bags. One of the things I'm working on right now is to put together a fundraiser auction for the fall. So there are opportunities for people to volunteer, and they can actually go to the website that they'll see at the end of the program and sign up right there. And we'll get a notification. We can reach out to them and get them on board and working with us, because while we have great folks working with us right now, we can always use more. You know, there's so many things that we could do in addition to what we're currently doing. We'd love to get into street outreach. That's a whole nother level of effort.
Yeah, that's what I want to
skill.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, that would be great. And so I'm going to put that on my website too. And I'll be sure to put your contact information, and I'll direct people towards your website. Then they can
Excellent.
see everything that you're talking about, everything you just mentioned, how to reach you, donations for fundraisers.
And also say, there's information there for the youth. So we have a special section on our website, and we've set this up knowing that we don't do it all, right? We have found a particular niche that we can fill, and we try to do that really well. So providing food, hygiene items, some clothing, sometimes like sleeping bags and tents. We will go find them. So we do a certain amount of things well. And we also know that there is a vast network in Kitsap County of people doing other support services, from legal services to food banks that are providing food, counseling services. There are housing and shelter services. And so on our website, we link out to those other folks in Kitsap County, because our goal is to end the cycle of youth homelessness. We don't do that with just food bags.
Right.
We provide one need, right? There are so many folks around that are networking together. We're doing a great job networking and sharing resources and letting people know what we're doing. So I would, if there are any youth out there, go to our website, and you'll find other organizations and ourselves that can help you.
Yeah, maybe that could be a small niche that I can fill.
Yeah.
Stand up for kids this way. You stand up for kids your way, then we could stand up for kids our way, or not necessarily our way, but my way, as far as, a whole page of, and collaborate with you. So, because I want us to work together.
Right.
As far as, like I say, missing kids. This is how we could help find kids. We got these kind of programs, and I'll put that with the page probably right behind yours. So your information, and then behind that page on my idea about missing kids, something like that.
That's great.
Yeah, so that should be able to help a lot of kids, help them grow up. They'll have food, they'll have shelter, and hopefully, missing kids can come home.
Yeah. Get them home, keep them in school.
Keep them fed, keep them warm.
Find pathways for them to become successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's going on with your calendar? What's coming up?
So things that we have coming up, every week, like I said before, we're delivering food to the schools every single week.
Okay.
We deliver about 1,300 of these food packets a month.
Man, okay.
Right? So, and each of those food packets is delivering about 3 meals for a weekend. So we don't provide everything, but we've got a system that we can provide them something. So that's happening every week. We've got packing going on. We're delivering every week. Other things that are coming up, we have some plans right now for graduates. So as you can imagine, these kids, they struggle and they get through school. They've got tough life circumstances, right? That they are staying in school is remarkable. And we want to reward them. So we are looking at, for the students that we support through the school systems, the ones that are graduating, we're putting together graduation gifts for them. We don't know exactly their circumstances, but we do know that some of them don't really have anybody there to celebrate their accomplishment of graduation.
Wow, that is great.
So we're putting together a modest graduation gift, and it'll be from Stand Up for Kids, who's been supporting them through part of their school time. Again, that'll go through the schools. So we're actively receiving donations for that right now to put those packets together. We're also looking at how to support kids in the summer. So we'll step things up, but it'll be a little more focused during summer school. We're going out to the summer school locations that the kids are enrolled in and providing food there. We'll also be at Whaling Days in Silverdale later in July. So one of the things we do is outreach to try to raise awareness about youth homelessness, about what Stand Up for Kids is doing. So we'll be at Whaling Days with a booth to help people understand what we're doing. We'll try to have some fun little games in there and, you know, make it kind of a fun event. But really, we're looking to raise awareness, get volunteers, solicit donations if people would like to donate. Later this fall, on October 4th, we're going to have an auction dinner. And
What's that about?
Well, so our fundraising, we get some donations on a regular basis. We get some folks that donate periodically throughout the year. A successful organization also has some type of larger fundraising effort. We're part of the Great Give. So that's another effort that we do.
Great Give.
Yeah. So we're planning an auction. We'll have a silent auction. We'll have a live auction, a nice dinner, trying to keep the cost not too high. We haven't set the cost yet. It's going to be over at the Kingston Village Green Community Center.
And that's going to be on your website?
Yes, it'll be on our website. You can also look Stand Up for Kids Kitsap on Instagram and Facebook. We're there as well. So you'll start seeing some save the date things coming out over the next couple of weeks. That should be a fun event.
Yeah, sounds great. I might go myself.
We would love for you to come. It's going to be fun. We're trying to make it a celebration and an awareness raising event, as well as raising funds to help support these kids.
Wow, that is absolutely fine. Now we're going to take a break for about a minute or two. Then I want to come back. We'll go over a little bit more of your calendar, stuff that's coming up, further down the line.
Right.
And we'll be right back. And welcome back. Okay, so we were talking about your calendar and your programs that you have coming up. And, I was thinking too, maybe on my show, when I get it on Comcast or whatever, maybe we could do some type of talent show or something for the kids, like a fundraiser.
That's something we could definitely reach out to the schools and see. Nice. They're definitely interested. We just had folks from one of the elementary schools put together stuff for our program.
Nice. Okay.
So I think that'd be kind of cool.
Okay.
One thing I wanted to mention was what the need is here in Kitsap County and everywhere, because a lot of times homeless youth especially are not noticed.
Gotcha.
Because they like to keep a low profile. Sometimes they're finding unstable housing, so we don't notice that they're actually unstable. But to know that we are serving youth in all of the school districts in Kitsap County, South Kitsap, Bremerton, Central, North Kitsap, Bainbridge Island, there are homeless in each of these communities. And so we're always looking at ways that we can help those kids, because we know that if they can be successful in school, and they can graduate, and they can be supported after they graduate. They can go on and be successful in life, and that's really what we're looking for.
Yes, I want to give you a props on doing that. That
Thank
takes
you.
a lot of work, but I know it sounds rewarding. And so yeah, anything later in the future coming up as far as your calendar?
The big thing, because I'm the fundraising coordinator, the big thing I'm working on is that auction. We welcome anybody who'd like to come and attend. We'll have some great entertainment, great food. There'll be some items to bid on, and maybe you can come home with some treasures.
Nice.
And also, part of our program for the evening will be to inform people about the need to support youth homelessness and kind of what Stand Up for Kids does in Kitsap and nationwide. So that'll be a fun thing on October 4th over in Kingston.
Kingston, okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, so you guys go to the website and check them out, see what's and say that's pretty much. How far away is that? You said in a couple of weeks or so.
So that's in October 4th.
Okay. Got you.
So there's plenty of time. We'll have our ticketing system up here in a month or so people can go online and buy tickets. But also look for us at some of the events over the summer. Like I said, we're going to be at Whaling Days. That's going to be a fun time. People love to go to Whaling Days in Silverdale. We're looking at some of the other festivals over the summer to attend, and again, get the awareness out there, as well as seeing if people want to help. A lot of people in our community, they want to help, and they're looking for ways to do that. Stand Up for Kids is one of those places that you could go and volunteer, and either in a small way of packing bags so that kids have some food on the weekend,
Right.
or maybe in a larger way and take on one of our more leadership roles of coordinating distribution or coordinating youth services, things like that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking spreading out to the 1.5 million or something, and remember it'll be out in a week or so, deanstvshow.com. So I definitely want to stay in touch so we can work together. Then maybe we could bring in some funds. Kitsap County has got its viewers, 50, 60,000, somewhere around there, which, people mainly in Kitsap County will see it, but if we can get your word out throughout the whole state, throughout all the Comcast viewers, Comcast subscribers throughout the state, they could bring in a lot of money.
And we might find there are other communities that want to set up a chapter of Stand Up for Kids.
Yeah.
And we're there to help them do that too.
I want to put that on there.
I've spoken with our national director, and they're always looking for opportunities in other communities to set up a new organization and support the kids in those communities.
Wow. Yeah, we should work together on that.
Right. I like it.
Do your part, do my part, maybe a section on missing kids, put them together, talent shows, auctions, a whole bunch of good stuff.
Right.
So that would be fun. So I definitely want to have you back, and thank you for coming. And I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Dean.
All right, thank you, sir. And I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Yeah, bye-bye.